everybody. Hope everyone's having a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, depending where you are. We're doing more Lupin this week, as always, because we are on Lupin route. So yeah. So how about we introduce ourselves, start things off. My name is Nur. I voice Adrak as well as handle all narration.
My name is Santa Narcid, and I voice Lupin.
My name is Machka.
Salad.
Oh, sorry.
Wow. Critical failure.
Only
today.
one character.
It's been a whole
Yeah.
The assailant. And fuck the other character.
I heard the name. I heard the name of the boy, and my brain went, oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Interrupted on his own route, right, Mon?
I heard the name. I heard a name, and then a pause. I'm like, oh, I gotta go to.
Oh my god. Well, now
I'm trying
you
to remember
can.
who the fuck I voice other than the assailant in London because I completely blanked out.
Delacroix.
Delacroix, right? God. Okay, Mach,
Oh,
now you.
sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm Matcha, and I voice Van Helsing.
Hi,
So
my
somebody
name's
can interrupt.
Nur.
Yeah. Saint
Yeah.
Germain and Lionheart and Harlock Sholmes.
You got it right.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got Harlock Sholmes right.
Yay. My name is Moji, and I will be voicing Victor Frankenstein, Nemo, Alistair, and on the rare occasion, Cece, the cute little puppy dog.
And I'm Brevi, and I voice Impy, Finish, the Queen, and Omnibus.
All right, so shit happened last week. Finis died for the final time. And we think probably, maybe, I don't know. Last time Saint Germain did it, at least. Probably.
Finis is alive again, so I don't know, man.
He's in his best, okay? And yeah, Adric tried to run away from home, went home in Wales, and then got cornered by a bunch of people from her old village. And then Lupin saved her. Now we're back going to London. Only things are like blowing up and stuff. We don't know. Like,
oh my god, I'm fucking blowing up and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Canonically, that's what London says. But yeah, anyway, but the town we're currently in isn't that far from London.
What town is it?
It's not London. Lupin buys a carriage in town, and we make our way directly to London. As we approach the walled city, we begin to pass more and more people who have been evacuated from there. Some of them are traveling with carts loaded down with their belongings. Some of them are doing their best to march along with nothing more than the clothes on their backs. There are a few injured people as well. Noble or commoner, all of them keep walking in an attempt to get as far away as possible from the battlefield.
Let's talk to them. We'll find someone who looks like they have information.
Lupin stops the carriage and calls out to a man passing by.
Hey. Oh. Excuse me, sir. Can I have a moment of your time?
He wants to be middle-aged.
What was that, Sonny? What is that? I don't have to talk.
You're like 40, dude. Oh.
Yeah, it hit me real bad. Didn't need to bring it up.
I see. I'm sorry. My mother is still in London, so I was hoping to learn what was going on.
The man gives Lupin a sympathetic look in response to his pained voice. Lupin certainly is a convincing liar. His expression doesn't change at all. I'm strangely in awe of him.
I have a +5 to charisma and proficiency in...
He rolled a 20.
Wow, there's not much to say. The rebels are going around the city, setting fires everywhere. It would seem that a steel London isn't so invincible when attacked from within.
Hey.
What?
What exactly is the government's response to these attacks? I step out of the carriage to ask, and the man looks at us with even more pity.
Are you worried about your mother, too? I know how you must feel.
You sound like you're 80. You have a mom?
The concept wasn't around when I was first made.
What? Oh,
The government is in ruins and it's not safe at all. Just take my advice and don't try to enter London.
how could things be so bad so quickly? It was peaceful just until just recently. What do you mean mothers were invented?
I know. Seeing how quickly it's advanced, I'd say that this revolt has been in the works for some time now. I should know. First, the military's communication network was shredded to pieces.
Wait, how do you know that, sir?
Because I'm you from the future.
What? Whoa!
Ah.
The main roads were destroyed as well, and our wells were poisoned, and the frogs
Oh man!
probably cut off the various government forces, and those must be professionals.
Did they turn the frogs gay? Please, did they?
Yes, and it was lovely. The queen is still resisting, barricaded in the place with the royal guard. But they're completely outnumbered.
God rest her soul.
Lupin and I exchange a glance.
Glance.
This seems to verify the rumors we'd heard at the station about Buckingham Palace.
You seem very well informed.
The man grimaces and shakes his head in response.
You see, this was an act. I may not look it, but I'm a
Whoa.
high-ranking member of the military. I was fighting just a short while ago
Why were you pretending you were 90 years old?
for the element of surprise.
Oh.
But I saw my allies fall around me, and I was afraid to die in the middle of it all. I thought about my family in the country and decided that I would rather run so I can live to see them.
The man laughs ruefully as he explains the situation. But despite his laugh, his face looks more like a man who's about to break into tears.
Everyone is afraid to die.
The man looks down and says thank you in response to Lupin's comforting murmur. He continues on his way, his feet heavy and his back hunched.
I don't know if
I
that's
must
supposed to
act
be...
the part again!
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah.
That was more information than I'd been expecting. That's a good thing.
Yeah, but that man is in the military, but he's running from London?
In this world, there are those who are prepared to die for duty. And those who aren't, you never know until you face it.
He said duty.
There's no need to criticize him for being unable to give his life to his nation. There's more to life than dying honorably. You can also cling desperately to life in order to stay alive.
I nod in silence and look along the path ahead of us. Our destination, London, is very close. Hi,
Hey,
London!
what's up? Oh,
Hey!
Whoa.
I have indigestion.
Oh no! The city before us gets bigger and
Upset.
bigger as we approach it.
I ate some really spicy Indian curry.
Oh no! Oh, he smells it. The
Yep.
closer we get to the Great Wall that surrounds London, the more we hear noise and shouting. Man
Hey,
A.
stop pushing.
Why are they always man C? Just let us out of here!
The evacuees want to
Why do
escape
you go
from
from A to C?
leave from London as soon as possible.
Please, I just want to see my family.
Some who apparently still have family in the city are trying to get in.
Apparently.
Apparently, the area around the gate is jammed with the crowd of all these different people, and soldiers are shouting frantically at them.
This is worse than I thought.
Now, the government has banned all entry into the city of London.
That same government isn't in power anymore.
Oh, that's man.
Wait, I thought that was Soldier B. God
That's
damn
man
it! Why is Soldier B?
Apparently
God.
family's in there and I don't even get my own line. What the
I
hell is
also-
going on?
There it is.
Oh!
This is Chloe Firsten.
Oh, God. They all seem to be on the verge of panic. Great conditions to sneak in.
Lupin gets out of the carriage holding a small bag. What's in the bag?
Just some work tools. Don't worry.
A wrench?
Yeah, I play machinist.
Oh,
shit.
after giving the carriage away to a family traveling with a small child, we walk into the crowd. With the clamor going on around us, there's no way the guards could keep an eye on us. Just as Lupin said, it wasn't that difficult to get to the other side of the wall. As we get further and further away from the gate and further into the center of the city, things begin to get quieter. Because we're in the city, I can't even hear the chirping of any insects. It's so quiet, it's hard to believe that there could be a revolt going on.
London is a pretty big city. I guess the fires of battle haven't reached this area.
Lupin looks up into the distant sky as he speaks. Sunrise won't be for a while yet the sky towards the center of London is shining brightly. That doesn't look like the sun.
Thanks, Adrak!
What? What?
The city's probably in flames.
Oh!
Thanks, you two. Jesus Christ. Wow.
As we start walking, I hear the sounds of bombs in the distance. There's a huge shadow drifting in the sky. Could that be an airship?
No, it's the Nether Brain.
Oh, no.
That's the airborne knights that Victoria was so proud of. Military. Maybe it's a coup d'etat by the military.
We really don't have much time. Let's hurry, Lupin.
I know. Let's run. Just follow me and we'll sneak into the palace. It's like Persona 5. Yeah, in that case, I need to refresh myself.
He puffs his cheeks and flips his cape in a dramatic flourish. I blink and in the next moment, Lupin's outfit has changed as if by magic. Lupin, why'd the sudden costume change? In public?
We're about to break into the palace. It's important to shift gears.
I see.
And change my voice. Did you want to change as well?
No, thank you.
No flash photography. Suit yourself. Let's get going.
Lupin begins running and I follow. We head towards a flame that burns red against the dark sky. Buckingham Palace should be at the center of it. The flames swirl in the air. Until I came here, the reality of the word rebellion hadn't really hit me. It had all felt like something that was completely disconnected from me.
Well,
but now it's different. It's a reality that I can reach out and touch.
Don't touch the fiery truck.
It's so hot. It's a tragedy taking place right before my eyes. Ow, it burns.
Hey, isn't this where you talked to Impy and you found out he was a vampire?
Impy's a vampire?
Oh.
This is horrible. He never told us. The cacophony of the bombings assaults my ears and the flames engulfing the houses scorch my skin. Luckily, there are no people around. Or perhaps it would be more accurate to say that there are no moving people around. In the fires, if I look very closely, I can see charred figures on the ground.
Don't look! It's Oppenheimer. We're here on a mission. Don't think about anything else.
I know. I nod in response, pushing down the emotion that rises within me. I run after Lupin as he proceeds, avoiding streets blocked by flames or debris. When I hear a sinister sound behind me.
That's not good. Duck.
Quack.
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 Lupin knocks me to the ground, diving on top of me and holding a still cat to his head with one hand. At the same time, a small aircraft flying so low that it blasts through the rooftop zoomed past.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks, Lupin. Where's that duck?
No time for pleasantries. Look at that!
I follow Lupin's gaze. The aircraft that flew overhead is making a wide turn in the sky.
Oh god.
It seems like it set its sights on us.
Oh no, that duck is coming back. Damn it! That thing needs to pick on something its own size.
Yeah, duck.
Oh god.
Lupin gets up, then grabs my hand and starts to run. No! I look behind me, seeing the duck running after us, and the aircraft is most definitely targeting us. It's hard to tell if the pilot was ordered to kill any citizens he sees, or if he recognizes me and Lupin. Or perhaps he thinks of killing as nothing but a game, just like that duck.
This way!
Lupin suddenly pulls me towards him and jumps into an alleyway. Then in the next moment, I hear a huge explosion behind us, and a blast of hot air and flame swallows the street we had been standing in.
That was close. Let's keep moving. Who knows? There might even be a chance this whole area might get blown up at random.
If we're 1 second late in making a decision, we may die. My shoulders begin to tremble and fear gradually spreads within me. However,
it's fine. I've got you. I'll protect you.
Lupin stands up and smiles at me, his eyes behind his mask filled with the same light as always.
But still, we have no time to waste. We're almost at the palace. Let's do this together.
I take the hand proffered towards me and give Lupin a determined nod.
Yeah, you fucking used it to your source then, didn't you? CR.
They fucking used it. We cautiously look out to Buckingham Palace from a hidden spot in the alley. It looks very strong from this distance, but the palace is surrounded by a large number of soldiers. Most of them wear the standard British military uniform. I see a few Twilight soldiers here and there giving orders to the other soldiers.
Just as I thought. Twilight's involved. New Dawn.
There's so many. There's no way Victoria from Twilight can.
Is there Victoria in Twilight?
There is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just as I say this. I hear several gunshots coming from the direction of the palace. Is she still fighting back?
We'll just have to hope that they're holding up. Let's go.
Can you get us past the rebels?
Oh, making fun of those guys would be a lot of fun. But that probably would be the best course of action to take right now. My vicious mockery doesn't have been upgraded yet.
So what exactly do you plan to do?
A brilliant thief makes a brilliant entrance. Just leave it to me. We'll get right in there, save Her Majesty, the Queen, God rest her soul.
I hear the sound of running water. It's dark, I can't see anything. Although the city above is engulfed in flames, there's no sign of that down here. It's very quiet. All that's down here is a soft sound of water flowing and dripping and a foul smell. The underground sewers. Lupin has led me to this dark web of subterranean passages that spreads beneath the streets of London. Lupin is looking around cautiously with a small lantern in his hand. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Damn.
I don't know what else I expected. Titus. Blitzball. But it's pretty dark down here. Let's blitz.
He says this, he suddenly pulls me towards him. Or I guess it would be more accurate to say that he holds me in a close hug.
This lantern's small, so its light is weak. Stay close to me as you can.
Right. I don't think I'll learn how to blitz like this, though, but I will.
Blitz.
Lupin gives me a look, perhaps thinking it's strange that I looked down just now. What? Do you need something? Thank you for the hydrate, Errol.
Oh, no. I was just trying to recruit you to my blitzball team. I just didn't think you'd be so shy about this. Rather, I suppose I can't blame you for being a little nervous about the insanely handsome Monsieur Lupin holding you tight.
Ah! It's not that. Not Emmett Selk up there.
Oh, what is it that's got you so flustered then? Is it Emmett Selk from award-winning expansion Shadowbringers?
Maybe. Lupin smiles playfully as he looks at me. But eventually he seems satisfied and pats me lightly on the shoulder.
Haha, just kidding. I'll have to save the teasing for later. First things first, we need to save Victoria. God rest her soul.
Right, I know.
Do you?
I do. I clear my
Okay.
throat to take a deep breath, enduring the stench. I focus my thoughts and look out at the waterway stretching ahead of me. Will we be able to enter the palace from here?
Yes, there are several underground channels that were untouched during the reconstruction of London. This one is no longer in use, but it is connected to the palace. It'll take us safely into the palace grounds.
So once we find Victoria, will we come back this way to avoid fighting?
That would be ideal, but it probably won't be so easy. I don't mean to scare you, but be prepared. Once we get through here, a real battlefield awaits us. Be on high alert. Look around you as much as possible, but pay attention to me. And don't miss the sign I give you.
Got it.
Okay.
I don't know if from fear of what awaits us or from loneliness, I realize that I'm holding onto Lupin's arm tighter than necessary. I'd said I'd wanted to come along myself. I wanted to help him. I'm so ashamed of how I'm acting now that I'm about to face real danger, as opposed to all the other dangers in the other routes.
Cheer up. Oh shit. Who do you think is right by your side?
What'd you drop? You?
Yeah, I dropped myself. That's right. Arsène Lupin, gentleman thief. And I always get what I want, without fail.
Haha.
Ha.
I laugh a little at his words.
Why are we laughing?
Oh, but we did fail at kidnapping Finnis before, so that might not be complete
Well,
true.
he's dead now!
It might not be complete true, though.
Complete true, huh? There was a change of plans midway through, and we weren't able to make our escape safely. It doesn't count.
And Sholmes got the better of you a few times?
I've never lost to him. I don't think I ever won either, but I definitely have never lost.
It's rare to see Lupin so defensive. I want to see these different faces of him.
Well, I'm
That's-
wearing a mask, so...
That's why I can't fail. I gotta see all of his masks. The city in flames, the dark passageway, the horrifying battlefield, and whatever awaits us in St. Paul's Cathedral. I'll face them without fear, with this trustworthy gentleman thief at my side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me.
The underground passage leads us to the rear courtyard of Buckingham Palace's grounds.
Right. Let's go.
The sounds of gunshots can be heard all around us without end.
Mac Day, Thief by Night. Kestrel City.
British soldiers are shooting at one another in the moonlight. Fire! Fire! Do it! They betrayed the queen. Don't you sympathize with them or you'll end up dead. We can hear the chaos as we hide from the soldiers.
Whoa.
This very chaos makes it seem like the revolting troops have the upper hand. It's even obvious to me, and I'm hardly a soldier. I'm just Adrak. The palace will soon be taken.
Get down!
Huh? My body
down
reacts
with it.
faster than my mind. I duck my head, and a blade slices through the air above me.
Is it the return?
I roll to the side and jump to my feet, seeing Lupin's stick block another strike from the sword.
Stick.
Lupin!
I don't have time to play with you.
Lupin points his walking stick directly at the Twilight
Whoa.
soldier's face. The soldier freezes for a moment, perhaps not knowing what to expect from Lupin's action. A cloud of gas erupts from the end of the walking stick. As soon as the gas hits the man's face, he falls to the ground, squirming. Is that poison? Is he gonna die this time?
Nope. Just my special, super powerful tear gas.
Oh.
Our friend might as well be wishing he was dead right now.
Oh.
But he's the only one who picked a fight with us. Oh well. Just stay put, alright?
Lupin grins and quickly takes on a serious expression.
Let's hurry. The rebellion troops have more of an upper hand than I thought. I hope Victoria, God rest her soul, hasn't been captured.
As Lupin is about to set off again, he suddenly stops and furrows his brow. What's the matter, Lupin? We should hurry.
Shh. I hear something.
This might be Leonhardt.
Leonhardt.
Yeah.
Your Majesty, your... What's...
I hear a voice calling out desperately in the distance. I've heard this voice before. Lupin, was that?
Yeah, that's the old man for sure.
What?
There...
He's old.
Don't worry, Leonhardt's old. There was a lot of echoing. It's probably coming from the east passage.
Okay, I
over
thought they were
there.
talking about the middle age, man. It's like,
Again? You can tell
But
that
I-
much. You have such good ears, Lupin.
I
I mean,
forgot I
do
was
you
the
see
one that
how
made
big
him
my ears are?
old.
They're very big.
That's what a lifetime of thieving will do for you.
Big ears?
Let's go. Yes.
Whoa.
We'll get that old man to join forces with us.
What are elephants hiding from us?
I start to run after Lupin. I don't pay any mind to the soldiers fighting around us as Lupin finds us blind spot after blind spot to dash through. That's amazing, Lupin. I can't help but voice my admiration for his skill despite the situation we're in. He's taught me the basic techniques of being a thief, but the techniques on display here are on an entirely different level. The basic skill to find a place to hide becomes almost magical when Lupin carries it out flawlessly. If I'm not careful, even I would lose sight of him, and do my best to keep up. Thanks to Lupin's guidance, we're able to enter the palace without facing any more danger.
What the fuck is this floor?
You know, wait, even once we're inside, we can hear gunshots all around us. The fighting is going on inside, too.
Where are you, your majesty? Are you safe?
Stupid old man. Yelling so loudly is only going to draw the enemies to him. The queen wouldn't have to come out even if she wanted. Wouldn't be able to come out even if she wanted to. God rest her soul. With him shouting like that.
Lupin looks ahead, amazed at the man's ridiculousness. Oh no! There's more of them! I see Leonhardt there, surrounded by Twilight soldiers.
Why, you? So what if you have me outnumbered? Yeah!
He swings the sword with vigor, throwing back a Twilight soldier, who then takes down a number of other soldiers with them.
Yeah!
He spins, cutting down even more Twilight soldiers who are coming up behind him.
I don't have time to waste fighting you fools. Make way if you do not wish to die.
His voice booms like a thunder. Any normal soldier would have fainted on the spot out of sheer intimidation. Wow. I've only seen Leonhardt when he was being smarted by Lupin, but I didn't know he was so strong.
Whoa. I think I've been underestimating him. He definitely lives up to his knightly rank.
However, seeing that he is not an easy target, the Twilight soldiers spread out. They're probably intended to strike out at once. He's in danger, Lupin.
I know.
As he shouts back, Lupin throws something at Leonhardt's feet. In the next instant, with an audible hiss, smoke begins to fill the hall. I thought it was one of Lupin's usual smoke bombs, but I'm shocked to see soldier after soldier topple to the floor as the smoke reaches them.
Yeah, that's some sleeping gas that Victor developed and I produced. It's not your average stuff.
The Twilight soldiers that have fallen to the ground remain unmoving. It seems that everyone touched by the gas has fallen asleep.
I promise you, they're not dead.
Of course, that includes Leonhardt too.
Didn't you know you're not supposed to boil NyQuil?
Lupin?
Well, we did save him, and I'm sure he can withstand some roughhousing.
After a casual and somewhat inconsiderate offhand remark, Lupin quickly ties up the Twilight soldiers. Wake up? I poke Laneheart's shoulder.
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 He snores
Shoulder.
loudly. Shoulder. Laneheart jumps up awake from his peaceful slumber.
Yarr.
We meet again, Lanhot. Wakey, wakey. It's time for
Phantom of the
school.
Opera?
Oh,
Ah, Lupin. So you've been the one at the the theater.
Oh man.
yes.
So you're taking advantage of the chaos to break in. While your luck ends here, I shall punish you.
Oh. What are you talking about? Do you really have time for that? Look around. Who do you think helped you just now?
Laneheart turns around in surprise, finally realizing what happened after Lupin has pointed it out.
Was this your doing?
No, you're just really fucking strong.
Whoa.
It looked like you were in some danger, so we went ahead and helped you.
That about sums it up. No one's stopping you from bursting into tears and thanking us right now.
What is it you're after? Knowing you, this not can be a random act of kindness.
Hey, that's rather unkind. But you're not entirely wrong.
Lupin waves a hand dismissively, then looks back at Laneheart with a serious expression.
You want to save Victoria, don't you? Then work with us. We have some business with the Queen. God rest her soul. A gentleman thief and his pupil will lend you a hand.
You're asking me, the sword of the Queen, to cooperate with a lowly robber?
If you want to place your pathetic sense of pride before the Queen's, God rest her soul's, life, that's fine by me. But we're after the same thing. We stand a better chance of rescuing her if we combine our forces. It's very straightforward, that's all.
Laneheart doesn't hesitate. He glares angrily at Lupin through narrowed eyes.
It is a serious disgrace that I must request the help of you, of all people. But I guess I don't have much of a choice. My own disgrace is a small issue, if it means that I can save Her Majesty from the clutches of danger, and herself, but I feel like that won't be a problem in this one.
So do we have a deal? I look up at Lupin in relief as Laneheart looks between the two of us in thought.
Now, what will our next move be, Yugi boy?
The revolting forces have gathered within the throne room, as well as in the Queen's private quarters. It will be difficult to get past them, even for me.
It's simple then. I'll be the decoy and distract the rebels.
You'll be the decoy? But how?
Their invasion of the palace means
Knees?
that I, the Queen, am their target. There are a number of ways to get their attention. I have no idea what this sentence means.
What the fuck?
Am
Mees.
I disguising as the Queen now?
I see Lupin's
Oh.
mouth moving, but hear a different yet familiar voice coming out. Laneheart and I exchanged glances at the surreality of it. Was that you just now, Lupin? Why did you say Mees?
Your voice was so exactly like the Queen's. I could almost charge you with insults against the crown.
Imitating voices is one of my fortes. It's 9. I've only heard Victoria's voice a few times speaking in public, but I'll make it work. So while I'm distracting the enemy, it'll be up to you to find Victoria.
Lupin puts a hand on my shoulder and looks me in the eye.
Adrak, the old man will act as bodyguard. but I won't be able to be by your side. I'm going to have to leave this completely in your hand. Can you do it?
I have my doubts and fears. But
Well,
if I back out now, I don't have the right to call myself Lupin's friend. It means I won't have the courage to face whatever secret is waiting for me at the cathedral. That's why. Of course, I'm the elegant gentleman thief star pupil. You're the one in most danger. Be careful.
there's nothing to worry about here.
We decide on the courtyard we were in earlier as a meeting spot, and Lupin gently strokes my hair.
Then I'm off. I'm counting on you.
I watch Lupin run off and look up at Leonhardt.
Oh.
Let's go, Leonhardt. I'm sure the queen is safe. God rest her soul.
Yes.
What's the matter?
I'd always thought that a lady is to be protected at any cost.
Gender.
But seeing the relationship between the two of you, where you are more than just the protected, I'm a little impressed.
Oh, he's learning about the escape from gender. Oh my god.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
We'll put Princess Peach as a playable character in our next game.
Yeah. He smiles just a bit as we start running together deeper into the palace. Please be careful, Lupin.
No.
Oh no. For starters, I have Leonhardt stop with all the unnecessary yelling that attracts all the enemies around us. We run around the palace in our search for Queen Victoria. It seems that Lupin is successful in drawing the enemy's attention, and we don't run into too many of them. While we do come across every once in a while, Leonhardt quickly dispatches them. You really are strong.
The Royal Guard are an honorable force, which only the elite of the elite can join. I didn't rise to the leadership of this force merely through blind luck.
You didn't? Just as Leonhardt finishes his sentence.
We used a wager board.
The gunshot in the hall fills the silence.
That shot came from the throne room. What was
In the shrine of the Silver Monkey. Let's go. We run towards the direction of the gunshot, and we see two Twilight soldiers trying to open a closed set of doors.
But they better watch out for the temple guards.
No, we're the temple guards this time. On the floor around them are the bloody bodies of several British soldiers.
You! What do you think you are doing?
The Twilight soldiers turn around and take a fighting stance where they hear Leonhardt bellow at them. Ugh. So much for a surprise attack. I look on, concerned, as Leonhardt charges forward and take a dagger from the body of a soldier on the floor. I simply throw it forward forcefully. I just fucking throw a dagger. I didn't even aim, making a completely amateurish throw. But it will cause injury if it hits, and they'll have to block it with their weapons if it hits them. What?
Leonhardt.
What?
Oh.
The split-second distraction is enough to create an opportunity for Leonhardt.
Yeah! Much appreciated, young lady. An excellent toss.
I'm just imagining it's like an underhand toss. We just like fucking tossed it at it. If you really are thankful, it'd be great if you could begin acting with a little more caution. I'm not sure if he hears me at all, but he hastily puts his hand on the doors. However, the doors won't budge.
Your Majesty, are you all right? It is I, Leonhardt. I have arrived to rescue you.
Fucking Soon after, Leonhardt calls out. I hear the sound of something heavy being pushed away from the other side of the door. The door is open to reveal Queen Victoria standing here, her ghostly form. None of her guards are with her. She stands alone, bravely refusing to give in to her enemies.
Lionheart.
As soon as she sees Leonhardt, the queen's eyes shine as if she might begin to cry. That lasts only for a moment.
Ah, my queen. You're safe.
Simp.
Yes, the Royal Guard gave their lives to protect me. Leonard, so many of your men have been lost in battle.
It's a bit ironic, don't you think? It's an honor to have fallen, the fallen to have been able to protect you with their lives. Please.
Can you not emphasize it like that, please?
We must make it out alive for their sakes as well.
Victoria heaves a small sigh. When she raises her face again, she is already cloaked in the air of regality.
You there. We've met once before.
At the ceremony with Victor Frankenstein and the others.
If you are with Leonhardt, can I take it that you're on my side right now? Please.
Yeah.
And you don't have another airship.
I don't have an airship right now, but yeah, we need your help and can't allow you to get captured by the rebels. But we'll talk about the later and about the airship later. First, we need to get out of here.
Never mind. Are you saying you've secured a means to escape?
Yes, Lupin, my friend, has prepared a way out. Come with me. We're supposed to meet him in the courtyard.
Your Majesty, can we trust her?
She must be quite something if she compels you to say that.
She smiles lustrously, then nods at me and starts walking.
Did I have a dyslexia?
It's alright, we went along with it. I don't have any other choices right now, anyway. Let us go and hope there's not a ship waiting.
The two know the layout of the palace, and I listen to them as I lead the way, desperate to find a path with few enemies. If I can remember everything Lupin taught me, I'll be fine. I can make it. This way, you two. Although it was impossible to completely avoid any enemies. Every time we encounter the rebels, Leonard soars to the ship and burning need to protect Victoria gets us through. I don't know what would have happened if I'd been alone. I'm thankful for Leonhardt's skills as they hurry out the courtyard.
I have no idea how much that carries through the apartment.
It doesn't look like Lupin's here yet. It seems like it took forever, but our meeting spot in the courtyard finally comes into view. There are no longer any sounds of fighting. Most of the loyal soldiers has been defeated by the rebelling forces. I turn around and look at Leonhardt and Victoria. So let's all wait here until Lupin... I'm not able to finish that sentence. I sense someone watching us and turn around to see a soldier emerge from the darkness with a gun. And he's not alone. More soldiers emerge from the shadows and dark corners all around us. An ambush.
Don't move. If you take a step, we'll go shoot you.
Ellipses.
We've come so far.
We may be able to handle one or two of them, but there are too many.
Thanks, Lincoln Park.
Leonhardt and I are apprehensive, but the queen remains calm. She looks around her with her head held high and glares over into a corner.
It would seem our uninvited guest of honor has arrived. I got this.
Okay.
Uninvited seems harsh when I've been waiting for my sister for so long.
A small figure appears from behind the soldiers. I've seen this person before. There's no way I could forget him. Not after seeing him die right in front of me, impaled on Saint Germain's blade? What?
Bitches.
What?
Oh, I thought, for some reason, I thought he was talking to the queen. I'm like, who's this?
It's me, hello, sister. I haven't seen you since we met below the ground, and I died, but not really, JK.
But Saint Germain killed you 5 times.
Can we not speak of that, please?
Venice, how? Where are you?
Oh, didn't Van Helsing tell you that I'm immortal in
Oh, fuck
some
off.
route?
Oh shit. Wait, I remember that. Oh fuck, but you know, Saint Germain still killed you like 5 times.
What does
Yeah,
mortal
yes.
mean to you?
Perhaps you didn't believe him, or you didn't understand what I just said.
I never understand.
You never will. But the proof is standing before you. I don't die, sister.
Finis smiles like an angel.
Finis, you're the one behind this revolt, as I had suspected. What is it you plan to accomplish? Victoria, I don't recall giving you permission to speak.
Finis raises a hand slightly. In that instant,
Oh my god.
for a moment, I can't tell what happened. Victoria remains standing tall, but blood begins to flow from her leg and her face grows tense.
Your Majesty! Finis, why you?
Will you be quiet? I have something important to discuss with my sister. Why don't you shut your mouth for a while, unless you wish to die? And back, Leonhard. Voice serious.
Yeah.
A great call, Victoria. I'm a tad excited at the moment, being so close to carrying out my plan and all. It would be for the best if you refrain from getting me too worked up. From the perspective of our plan, even you, Victoria, are merely a pawn.
Victoria simply narrows her eyes as she looks at Finis, as if attempting to measure the truth of in a statement. Finis pays her no mind and turns his attention back to me.
Sister, I didn't think that I would be meeting you here. But this is a happy accident. Taking over London is only the first step in the plan.
A happy little accident? What?
Meeting you on this night is a joyous occasion to be commemorated. No, perhaps this may all have been another part of Father's plan. Yes, it seems like a coincidence, but everything is proceeding according to Father's wishes. He is truly amazing.
Finis speaks joyously, as if singing a song. Obviously, he doesn't care if any of us understand what he's talking about.
You never will, but it doesn't really matter.
His words only indicate that he's completely caught up in himself.
This is the last time I will make this request, sister. It's not too late. Will you help me with Father's plan?
Oh, sorry. I was checking to see if Saint Germain was somewhere around here. I can't see him though.
What?
What exactly is this plan you keep talking about?
That's right. You don't know anything, and you don't understand either. Fine. I'll tell you. The secret behind Code Realize.
Oh shit! Roll credits. Roll credits. We're done. My artificial heart skips a beat when I hear Finis's words. Code Realize. Those words that Father repeated to me time and time again while I was in the depths of my slumber.
Code Realize, roll credits, is a plan for the creation of a new god for this world.
Create a god? Like me?
That's right. Kind of. To have a new god guide the fate of humanity. That's what Father wanted. Have you ever thought about what drives the advancement of science? Ask the big questions here.
Good plumbing. Finis suddenly changes the subject without answering my question. What? I'm flummoxed and simply stare back at him.
That's certainly an answer, but it's simple. The real answer is war. Technology and battle have always progressed side by side. Humanity armed itself with knowledge in order to defeat the other animals in the battle for survival. As their population grew and there were fewer outside enemies, they began to fight amongst themselves. Do you know why that is, sister?
Because,
You can do it. I believe in you. Come on. It's fine. It's something humans know instinctively. Battle is the key to their own advancement, the key to their very survival. As proof of this, humanity has shown significant advancement in every major conflict. When he realized that is when Father began to think of a way for civilization to advance to an entirely new level.
Finis smiles slightly.
An eternal war spanning all nations, overseen by an absolute power. That is the only way for all of humanity to approach the realm of God.
Oh, thank you for the care package, Salem.
Wow.
I'm helping him it, until the day that Father rises to rule above humanity with complete and utter control.
I should have been the one to fill your
Dark soul with light!
Light!
Is Father really
That
trying
too.
to accomplish something like this? Why are you accomplishing that? That's ridiculous! The whole thing seems too grandiose and completely unrealistic, just like Devil May Cry.
Yes, you think that as well. But the first step to advancement has always been some ridiculous dream. But Father has finally come this far in attempting to make his dream a reality. Now, there's only one thing left to do. Sister, we need you to complete our final step.
Finis moves a pace towards me. I feel an intense aversion to him and step back.
Okay, rude. In order for Father to be born as a supreme power, he needs my spirit vessel. And, sister, your heart. He needs the heart.
I raise my hands to my chest protectively. Father reborn, a vessel, and my heart? Is that the purpose he had to be created for?
Yes. You should feel honored. It's really the only reason we exist. We are monsters and dolls, just two separate parts that will give Father a new form.
Finis's voice is filled with joy. And although he speaks in such a light-hearted manner, I feel as if the words themselves are steeped in despair.
I was created as a spirit vessel for when Father is reborn. Sister, you are merely a biocatalyst to produce the heart, which will be a source of immeasurable energy. Don't you understand, sister? Please, try to understand this. We were given neither emotions nor souls.
But I think like some of the guys I've been hanging out with are cute. Is that an emotion?
Baseball.
We have no emotions? The joy I feel from being with my friends, the happiness I get with being with Lupin, they aren't real. What? I don't want to admit it. I don't want to listen. But Finis's words reach inside me and slowly chip away at my heart.
But the creation of a soul? That is still a task that remains within the realm of God. We are merely experimental tools. We're just dolls, pretending to be human, pretending to be alive. Our memories and emotions are all artificial and false. Even the surprise and despair you're feeling now is fake. That's why, sister.
He smiles. His smile welcomes me, the only other person in the world born under the same circumstances as him.
Let us make Father's dream and humanity's perfection a reality together. It is what we were created for. We will be loved. We will achieve happiness. When we have fulfilled our duty of creating a new God.
What are you talking about? Have you gone mad?
I'm sure all of this sounds absolutely insane from an outsider's perspective. Leonhardt, one hand on the hilt of his sword, sounds overwhelmed as he shouts.
I'm actually quite happy now, but it's the world that has gone mad. That's why we're trying to rebuild it with our own hands. It's a great plan. You understand, don't you, sister? I beg of you, Please try to understand this. The only way for us to overcome this despair and emptiness to fulfill our duty.
I understand. I understand.
No! Do you really?
I know that Finis is speaking the truth. I remember what Father had said to me as I slept. Let's be Isaac.
Wasn't that 10-10?
Yeah, I think it was 10.
Oh, okay.
When you awaken, humanity will have to take its first steps down a blessed path that ultimately leads to the truth. You will lead the people from God's cradle to the expansive world of knowledge. Adrak, it all begins with you. I love you so much, my dear daughter.
His hand touches my hair.
Oh.
His hands, big, soft, yaoi hands. His touch is so comforting.
But because I love you, I must keep love from you. You will be alone forever. You must never know love. You must live in isolation. The more you learn of love, the more you will be made to suffer. Because you are a monster.
Ah, that's right. My dad was really fucked up. I am a monster. That is an undeniable truth. I'm no human. I can never love anyone. Elaine died because I forgot this. The things that happened in the dark. Being chased through the forest. Everyone knows it. I really am a monster. An ugly, poisonous monster created only for Father's dreams. Words fill my mind. I knew everything. Father had told it all to me while I slept. I knew everything, but simply didn't want to remember. That's why I pushed it all away into the depths of my mind.
Love by no. Needed by no.
What a loving father. Oh.
That's Adrak.
Oh, if my existence, get out of the way, Dad. It's my turn. Holds no meaning. Then why am I here?
Now, come with me, sister.
But I failed to see all that. I feel like the very concept of me is about to shatter into pieces. Before I realize this, I extend my hand out to Finis.
Stop.
I snap back to reality. Up there goes gravity. And Victoria's harsh bark.
While it certainly seems like your conversation is beyond the scope of our understanding, I can say this much. Finis, you are insane.
The membrane?
Yes. And you too, if you take his hand, you'll never be able to come back, will you? Just like I can't come back from the afterlife.
Oh. A scratchy voice escapes from deep in my throat. In a daze, I look at Finis, who still stands with his hand out. This isn't right. This isn't the hand that should be reaching towards me. This isn't right.
Sister?
This is not the hand that swept me away to the light-filled world outside. This is not the hand that I yearn to touch and hold if my poison ever disappears.
Light?
Oh!
This isn't it. I throw aside my internal debate over whether or not I'm a monster or an artificial life. Instead, I focus all my thoughts on Lupin, trying to desperately hold my ground using the last shred of reason that remains. Are we gonna attempt to resist or stall for time?
Oh wow.
I'm looking it up right now. Just a second. I'm looking it up.
Okay.
I'm looking it up.
I have the D20 ready.
Yeah, if you wanna decide what you wanna do, you can vote on not vote. Just choose
Vote
the
on your
channel
phones
name
right now.
Vote on your phones right now. Which one do you want to do? And if not, 1010 has a D20.
Whoa.
Scalwood. Wee.
Choice 2.
Stall for time?
Yep.
Correct choice.
Wow, are you serious?
Yes. Lupin.
Hi.
Wait, he's here? His name
No.
escapes my lips on its own accord. I'm a monster, just part of some greater machine, not even alive. I don't know what right I have to face him at all, but the only thing I want right now is to see him again. That feeling is surging from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to buy us some time. I make up my mind and try my best to piece together my shredded heart. If I can solve Finis, Lupin will arrive. And I know that he will save Victoria and Leonhardt. Finis, tell me about it again. You're saying so much I don't understand. I need you to tell me about this plan in more detail, or I won't know where to begin helping you. I need to become Alice.
No.
Oh, so you'll cooperate. It makes me so glad to hear that.
I don't have alcohol.
But don't worry, all you need to do is sleep. Just a little Betty bye. Good night. We'll begin transforming your heart into the fabled Philosopher's Stone. Once that's complete, we will extract the Philosopher's Stone. That will conclude your duty.
Conclude my duty? What is that?
What does? What?
What is that? Me?
You want to finish
What
that
should I do after that?
Sorry, I should have been more patient. Sorry, sister.
What the fuck? That's the first time I've seen that since fucking Enchante.
Yeah.
There's for you after that. Everything you do is powered by the ha-ha. When the ha is removed from your body, all that's left for you is death, isn't it? Isn't that great?
I'll die? I'm honestly curious to learn the answer, forgetting that I was simply asking this to solve for time.
Sorry, I suppose death isn't the right word to use. Not really.
Finis, aren't you just a tool to be used in Father's rebirth, like me?
That's right.
What will happen to you?
In my case,
He suddenly closes his mouth as if feeling something amiss.
you were so shocked before, and yet you suddenly become so talkative.
I want to understand so much.
Do you really? What are you really thinking? Could you be trying to get me to waste time by talking?
No. I'm interested. I'm so interested.
Are you sure, though?
He looks at me suspiciously.
You're acting a bit sus. That being the case, we should get going. Of course, I'll have to have Victoria and the man killed here.
the man. Ellipses. I can't distract him any longer. Right as I think this, everything suddenly becomes pitch black.
Whoa.
The light from the moon that had been shining down on us is snuffed out, and deep darkness settles in. I look up at the sky and stare in shock. I was so engrossed in my conversation with Finis that I hadn't noticed. Above us is a moving shadow blocking the light of the moon. An airship?
Oh god.
Soldier A, you're back up.
Hey, that airship has its cannons pointed right at us.
I'm sorry, Victoria. A cannonball fired in our direction barely misses the soldiers and buries itself in the ground. A subsequent explosion makes my skin tingle.
It's not a friendly ship.
It's friendly.
The small airship glinting in the night turns and fires a series of cannon shots. Each of the shots plows into the ground, sending up massive divots in the courtyard. But there are no direct hits and no one is hurt by them. Could this be...
Stay back, Your Majesty. It's dangerous here.
Wait,
Are you
Leonhardt!
serious?
That airship! It might be... I stop the two as they walk back away and look up at the airship that has begun approaching us. Oh no! There is someone standing at the prow of the airship.
Oh.
He's always like this. giving Her Majesty PTSD. He shows up just at just the right moment to sweep me off my feet. Lupin! In this moment, everything that Finis just told me is completely forgotten. Lupin looks at me as I call out to him, and he smiles, bowing his head respectfully.
My precious lady, I will always appear when you are in danger. If you, oh precious gem, are faced with countless dangers, I will be there to steal you away over and over again. For your heart belongs to me alone.
I feel Lupin's gaze on my cheek as he stands up on the airship's deck.
Alright, Finis, you just stand right there with your mouth agape, like a fool. And you can watch as the lady there and the others are snatched away right before your eyes.
You dare refer to me and the Queen as merely the others?
Yes.
Not the main concern, Leonhard. There's an airship above us. This is no time for hurt feelings. Look, it's coming. We have to go.
Oh, don't worry. It's an airship. It means it will be in the air.
Not always. Capture my sister. You can't kill them. You can kill the rest.
The Soul Eaters once again trying to point their guns at us.
Not the Soul Eater.
Soul Eaters.
It is I, Black Star.
Oh god.
No.
But the impact of a cannonball right in front of them makes of a cloud of dust blocking their view. They can't get to us anymore.
Adrak, you know what to do, right? Wait for the right moment to jump in.
Right. Leonhard, Victoria.
God rest her soul.
I will take care of Her Majesty. She was never the same that time I went on vacation and then came back.
Oh no. The airship turns and comes gliding towards us. Oh no. Two long rope ladders dangle from the sides of the ship as it flies past the fallen soldiers. Leonhard grabs one ladder with one arm, holding the Queen tightly to him in the other. Seeing this, I start to run towards the second ladder. Ha! I push off from the ground with all my might and jump up to catch the rope. Then, in a blink of an eye, the airship ascends into the air.
Sister!
I hear his voice from below. I look down and my eyes meet Finis's as his face twists.
Why? Why won't you help Godfather's wish? He gave you everything he kept from me. You and I are both monsters. We have no place in this world. Nobody will love us.
Bye. I stare at him for a long time as he gets smaller and smaller. The truth that
small.
he's like an ant right now. The truth that he revealed to me is almost too heavy for me to bear. The heartache that this truth has caused won't be going away anytime soon. The airship continues climbing into the sky. For now, there are no other airships pursuing us. It would seem that we can relax for the time being.
I'm glad you're safe.
Yeah, you too. After leaving us at the palace, he had stolen a parked airship to use for our escape. Then he used that ship to save us.
And I'm glad you guys are safe too, by the way.
This is the second time you've treated Her Majesty as an afterthought.
Leonhard, stop getting so upset of such trifling things. I hope that a short temper takes years off your life. And also a crashing airship. Can you just drop me off at the nearest town?
Yes, Your Highness. You have my thanks for the advice.
Victoria looks over at me, then at Lupin, who is steering the airship.
Now, I forgot to ask when you were saving us. But what exactly was the reason that you came to rescue me? In a ship, out of all things, to rescue me? What do you want?
It's not going to be much. I just need you to defeat the rebel.
Lupin explains her situation to Victoria.
The situation?
About how Isaac hid something secret beneath St. Paul's Cathedral. How we want to search for it. But St. Paul's is currently being used as a home base for the rebels. That's why we need Victoria to gather her forces as soon as possible and fight to take London back. We would investigate the secret hidden under the cathedral as the battle unfolds. Ellipses. Second ellipses. I'm worried that she might think that we're taking advantage of her. But after hearing us out, Victoria gives us a slight nod.
Fine.
Your Majesty. True, they did rescue us. But these are vulgar thieves. There's no telling what they're up to.
Lionheart, I will say anything to get off this damned ship. One's standing and occupation have no bearing on one's ability to come up with an effective plan. Also, I mean, there's no reason to reject it. We need to crush the rebel forces either way. We can run and plan a comeback out in the countryside, but all of Britain's most advanced technology is here, in London. If London is taken from us, it signifies the fall of Britain as a nation. That would be horrible, wouldn't it?
Alright. So, Lupin's crew and the British government are going to team up to make this happen.
Lupin grins, then begins discussing the situation in greater detail while I look down upon London. Hi, London.
The situation, but in detail.
What could lie beneath the city? What is the answer to it all? Do you have any answers for me, London?
No.
Oh.
Wow. I'm on fire.
You sure are. Now that things have finally slowed down, the words Finna said that I had shoved back into the corner of my mind came floating back. Code realized.
Oh my god, roll the credits.
I muttered them to myself, finding the sound of them somewhat nostalgic.
Well, it has been a year since we started reading.
It has been a year.
Woohoo! Oh.
Chapter 11. A hero. What?
In the early afternoon light, an elderly woman in a wheelchair is trimming the branches of the trees in her garden.
Oh god, we haven't seen her in so long.
She cuts the ones that have grown too long to keep with the tree's overall shape. Doing so allows the nutrients to spread throughout the tree evenly, leading to healthy growth. Cutting one branch can increase the yield of 10 more. This is a fact that applies to a number of different situations.
Uh-huh. Oh god.
Omnibus, I have returned.
How are you doing that without your helmet on? Anyway, good work. How was everything there?
The government was caught off guard. London has been plunged into war. It's only a matter of time before they are doomed.
You're really talented, you know. I see. And what of the Queen? Rest her soul.
It seems that she has escaped safely into the afterlife.
Oh! So we've managed to avoid the worst case scenario. Was that Saint Germain's work?
No, it was one of the assorted people gathered by Saint Germain, Arsène Lupin, and Isaac's cursed children. One of them rescued the Queen.
Her name was Adrak, wasn't it? I see, so it was her.
The freshly trimmed trees sway in the wind, making a slight rustling sound. After a few seconds of silence, Omnibus slowly opens her mouth to speak.
Well, it seems that the time has come for us to step out on the stage of history. Gather all the apostles. Give Saint Germain command to the twin twees.
All of the apostles?
Omnibus nods slowly.
If Isaac's plan is what my sources...
Excuse me, dear.
Oh, shit.
It's all right, it's all right. If Isaac's plan is what my sources have told me, humanity is headed down a severely mistaken path. Isaac is attempting to set foot in a sacred realm open only to God. He is about to repeat the same mistake I made in the distant past, so long ago.
Omnibus.
Omnibus smiles at Guinevere's inquisitive voice.
This is likely to be the greatest crisis in the history of mankind.
You could say it's a crisis.
You could indeed.
A slight breeze blows through the area, stirring the air around them. This happens every day. But this time, it feels like a sinister wind that foretells the events to come.
Fuck, I didn't expect to voice her all of a sudden.
Yeah. I told you, everyone's coming back. The view from the airship gets more and more vast as we fly through the night. Lupin is operating the airship. I sit next to him and look out into the sky. The airship is flying very high at the moment. The rebels may have their own airships above London looking for us. With this in mind, Lupin intends to keep us at a high altitude until just before daybreak. If Victoria is to gather her troops, it needs to be done within London. If the rebels take over the Steel City, there'd be no way to strike at them from outside. That's how impenetrable Steel London's defenses are. Lupin will bring the airship down as close to London as possible, then immediately take Victoria into the city.
Who would run her over this time?
That's what he said.
Oh.
So, for a while now, we've been flying through the dark sky. The stars are shining and the moonlight's up the sky. There's a sea of clouds below us, glowing a pale blue from Final Fantasy XIV, Sea of Clouds. The beauty of the points of light shining in the sky is brought out all the move for being away from the city lights. I don't know.
What? All the more? I don't know.
Ellipses. The only sounds I can hear are those made by the airship.
Your thing that it's hard to believe all the fighter from earlier. Now that it's so quiet like this?
Lupin asked me out of the blue.
That was a sentence to read.
How did you know?
Simple. I was thinking the same thing.
I see. I turned to look behind me. Leonhard and Victoria are asleep under the light of the lantern. The queen is lying down while her loyal knight sits next to her. They're sleeping well. From the looks on their sleeping faces, they almost appear to be a pair of lovers. I wonder how the two of them feel about one another. Can't help but think about that.
Adrak, you dense motherfucker. Oh, you can get some sleep now too, you know?
No, you're awake, so I'll stay awake too.
Alright. But don't wear yourself out. You're looking a little pale.
Do you think so? Lupin's kindness towards me hurts for some reason. Perhaps it's because I don't know if I deserve this kindness from him.
It's been a long day. Of course you're tired.
Lupin seems to think that I look pale because of fatigue. Or maybe he's simply being considerate and pretending not to notice this turmoil within me. Thank you, but it's fine. I want to stay by your side. Lupin nods slightly, then falls silent. The silence stretches out, and I steal a glance at Lupin's face. He always protects me. He always helps me when I'm in need. He's always at my side. Ellipses. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't understand why he goes to such lengths to show me kindness. I know that his main motivation is to stop the terrorist attack. I wonder if he feels anything more. I wonder if he feels what I feel for him. The strange emotion that's hurting my heart, it gives it warmth. I begin to speak without thinking, to say what needs to be said and what I want him to hear right now. Lupin, I want you to know, my chest feels tight when I think about you.
Ellipses.
He shows no emotion. I'm glad for that. I was compelled to say that, but what I really want to say to him, not even I understand myself. I'm happy that you came to save me, but I really, really didn't like that you put yourself in danger. I don't even understand why I would feel that way, but still. I was just thinking about things like, what if something happened to you? And as I desperately try to find the right words, I notice Lupin is looking over at me. His eyes are kind and inquisitive, and he's gazing at me quietly. So, what I meant to say... His eyes make my heart race. I know I should say something, but all I can do is feel my cheeks getting warmer. Whoa! There's an unexpected darkness, but at the same time... Aww!
Whoa.
Oh.
That's so adorable. I feel subtle and gentle pressure through the hat. It all happens very quickly without warning, but this moment will hold a special significance to me. Or so I hope. I guess. The comforting warmth carefully separates itself from me. As I try to ask what he just did, I hear a noise behind us.
Oh no. It's not all of you, is it? Oh, it's you.
Lupin, have we not landed yet?
Lupin shakes his head as the knight gets up.
I see. I'm sorry to have left the operation entirely to you. I could have taken a turn at the helm if I was able to handle an airship.
Don't worry about it. It's nothing.
Lanhart nods and looks over at Victoria's sleeping face with a kind expression. Not long after that, Lupin begins to bring the airship down. He lands the ship safely on a hill. Huh?
This is your pilot speaking.
We're out of landing gear. We're going to have to use the Queen.
Oh, yeah.
He lands the ship safely on a hill in the suburbs of London without having been seen by anyone.
The burbs.
I'd like to thank the two of you once more for finally landing that blasted ship and out on top of time.
He speaks to us on top of a hill lit by the morning light.
Fuck you,
Baltimore!
Oh my god.
You're a big enough schmuck to come to Big Bill Hell's car.
Oh my god.
Bad deal. Cars that break down.
He's struggling. Oh my god.
Find a bargain with Big Bill.
You get there eventually.
You can kiss my ass. Why is that one always broken?
I don't know, it's always that one. We've been able to find a spot to hide away from the airship and in the forest.
You performed brilliantly back there. Once this is all over, I would like to reward you on behalf of the nation.
We're not the medal-wearing type. Just make sure you take London back and help us out at St. Paul's, and we're good.
Victoria smiles.
You can leave that to me. I'll make them regret ever turning their swords against me.
She quickly goes over her plans for the near future. It looks like she has fully adopted Lupin's idea of rebuilding a fighting force from the remaining royal troops within London.
There's not a moment to lose. Let's get started. What will the two of you be doing?
Fucking.
I'm sorry.
What? Hello?
Wow.
We'll assist you, of course. Getting the established government back in power is our only hope right now.
What was that first part?
No.
You...
Victoria nods and extends her hand to Lupin.
Oh.
Then you are both allies to Britain. Let us work together to turn this situation around after that.
Lupin smiles as well and takes Victoria's hand.
I didn't know you two were swingers.
Bands of thieves cooperating with the government. An unheard of arrangement has just been forged. Later.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Once back in the city, Victoria immediately assembles her soldiers, ordering them to gather in the Poor District. The soldiers, who had been completely worn out, have been renewed like their eyes for the direct orders by the Queen.
Whoa.
Not long after that, many soldiers and residents who had remained in the city have gathered in the name of the Queen of the British Empire. Some are covered in soot and others are wounded, but though they are all different, they wear the same anxious expression.
Everyone, thank you for coming.
Victoria smiles her usual smile, facing without flinching all those who look to her with weariness, anxiety, and doubt.
It brings me so much joy that so many of my citizens have answered my call. Such a strange call, but I'm overjoyed.
She shows no signs of fatigue from the earlier battle and escape, or even from the wound she sustained. She looks out calmly at the assembled crowd as if she was inside her own throne room.
I'm able to stand here float here because all of you have fought hard. Thank you for your efforts. Unfortunately, the revolt has succeeded and our government has collapsed. The enemy is both powerful and knowledgeable. However, as long as I have all of you, I don't intend to lose. I'd like you to lend me your strength for just a little while longer. As long as the people of Britain survive, there is no way that our nation will succumb to this sort of revolt. Justice has come now. The rebels shall meet with the iron hammer of justice. Let us show them our strength. I declare the establishment of a provisional government within Britain as of this moment.
What does that mean, ma'am?
Look it up!
A temporary institution created to replace the government that has suffered a critical loss and cannot function normally.
That was an actual glossary entry.
Yeah, like for real this time. I think this is the first time it's been like legit. A thunderous cheer erupts once Victoria's speech is ended. Her words have transformed their anxiety into hope and their fear into courage, the magic that turns dreams into reality.
God damn it.
Her speech stirs something within me as well, and I listened at the very back of the crowd with Lupin.
You never know she was about to be captured by the enemy just last night. She's one heck of a queen.
Yeah. The cheering continues and we start to move away from the area.
There you are.
Lionheart calls to us as he runs over.
It's thanks to you two that Her Majesty is safe. I'd like to formally thank you.
Now thank you, Salem, for the care package again.
Yeah. I promise to return in the favor someday. I swear it by my honor and my sword.
Lupin laughs at seeing Lionheart acting more like his usual self and looks over at him.
I need to thank you too. Thanks for protecting her while I was gone.
I never thought the day would come when I would be thanking a robber. It certainly feels strange.
He looks over at me, then back to Lupin and sighs. I don't fucking know who this one is.
Who is this?
Who is this?
Sorry to disturb this emotional moment, but aren't you forgetting to introduce me? The fuck is it?
Lupin freezes at the sound of the voice that I know who this is. That suddenly appears from behind Lionheart. That voice. It can't be.
Oh no.
Lupin's face twitches as he looks behind Lionheart.
Oh, that's right. Remember what they say about Saint Germain and Van Helsing? For some reason, those two always pair up. Well, I thought I would change the pace. Pair up myself. Don't believe the two of you have met me yet. He will be assisting us with the military operations. This is Herlock Sholmes.
Is it always matcha?
It's always matcha.
So it is you. What are you doing here?
He just told you. This nation is facing a crisis right now. It's only natural that I lend a hand as a loyal citizen of Britain.
But you're a detective. How are you going to help?
I'm a detective. Why? I am rather well acquainted with the military sciences. I'd say there are a few things I could prove useful for.
Are you serious? So this is some sort of cooperative mission between the two of us.
I suppose so. Just make sure not to get in my way, little cutpurse.
Same to you, you pathetic gender.
Gender?
Wow, I expected Leonhard to spout gender. And who is it, I wonder, who was nearly been caught by a pathetic gendarme?
Yeah, well, you have quite a mouth on you.
You want to see me use it?
Lupin glares at Sholmes, looking like he might make a grab for him at any second. Lupin, we're on the same team now, so you should be nice. Lupin looks at me, then sighs.
Fine. I'll let it slide this time, for her sake.
Even if we did engage in fisticuffs, I can't imagine that you would get the upper hand on me.
What did you just say?
Lupin? Lupin completely loses his usual cool when confronted by Sholmes. His street punk attitude comes out. Watching them makes me realize that some people really can bring out the worst in you.
Or the best.
Ahem. Sorry to interrupt. Lupin, what do you intend to do now?
These words bring Lupin back to his usual self, and he makes a deep breath as he fixes his collar.
First, I'm going to look for my friends and meet them. I need everyone before we can do anything. And I mean everyone. Oh. One of you fucks. I don't know.
It's one of you fucks.
We're right here.
It feels like it's been so long since I heard this voice. The voice of a friend I care for, who I spent so much time with. I turn around. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Ah.
I'm
Okay,
glad
then.
we found you. We were so worried about you both.
Dad, no. Not even a single word from you. Don't waste our time again.
Oh, my beloved princess! I don't care about anything as long as you're alright.
I'm glad you're. Oh, fuck. It's been a while. I'm glad you're both safe.
I'm so glad you're all right too. Oh man, it feels like I've dated each and every one of you.
What is that?
I had faith that everyone would be fine. But still, part of me had been worried, asking, what if? I'm relieved to see them all looking well.
How did you know we'd be here?
Oh, we have the Count to thank for that.
Saint Germain?
Fuck. I do have many connections.
Saint Germain smiles and looks at Lupin and me.
To rescue the queen, that must have been a great order. That could have probably changed the course of history. Fuck. You may not be aware of it, but the two of you did something truly beneficial for the world.
I just tagged along. The one who did all that work was... I look up at Lupin. He notices my glance and smiles.
What are you talking about? You did some amazing work too.
He looks around at all the others.
She is the one who saved Victoria amidst flying bullets and took her out of the palace.
What? Really?
And the real question here is, what exactly were you up to all that time?
Lupin laughs as he begins to relate what had happened, what he had done to the others. I am, very happy. Of course, I'm happy to be able to see them all again. But most of all, I'm happy that Lupin acknowledged me. I'm happy that I might have been able to return perhaps a small favor to repay all that he's done for me.
Now.
Lupin turns back to them.
What? Okay. Let's talk about what to do next. One of my hideouts is nearby, so let's head there for now. Oh, fuck.
Oh, a safe house?
God.
Oh my god,
No.
a safe house?
Ooh, I'm intrigued. I'd be interested in coming along.
Lupin dismissively waves a hand at Sholmes, trying to shoo him away as he tags along. Still, we all follow Lupin. I've missed this.
Where's Cece?
Before we went to the underground facility, this has been our normal life. Lupin would put together a plan and everyone else would follow. Oh my god, Cece. I stare at Lupin as we walk. The more he shows how reliable he can be, the more he extends his hand to me. For some reason, it all makes that tightness in my chest even greater. Ellipses.
Cholesterol.
I sense someone's eyes on me and see Saint Germain looking at me with concern.
Can you walk?
Yeah, I'm fine. In an instant, I put a smile on my face as if to keep him from worrying, but it's a fake smile. A small voice in my head whispers that a fake smile is the most appropriate for a doll like me.
Uh-huh. Oh no.
Safe house time. It's dusk by the time we arrive at Lupin's hideout. The light coming in through the small window is already vermilion tinted. Deli and Cece, who had stayed behind at the mansion, join us as well. There they are. They're likely relaxing in a separate room right now, along with Sholmes.
There's 2 rooms?
Yes, there's 2 rooms.
Why did the
my
part of my
God.
brain said, the pets are here? No!
No!
This will be our hideout for a while. There are several rooms, so just choose whichever one you want.
I want to stay in this room.
No.
Are we gonna stay here? What about St. Germain's mansion?
Are you complaining?
I am.
Under these circumstances, it's safer to stay here than go back. We'll also need to cooperate closely with the government. This is the best place to call home base in terms of convenience. With that in mind,
Lupin looks over at me.
This is so weird.
Yeah.
Adra, tell everyone everything that's happened. You, specifically.
Okay.
You left alone without saying anything. You owe them all an explanation at the very least.
Listen, I had my one single successful runaway thing. And now I gotta explain myself? I nod in response. First, I want to apologize. I'm sorry, everyone.
What's past is past. I'm fine as long as you're sorry about it.
Van Helsing replies in a quiet voice, and it seems everyone else is in agreement. I start to speak slowly, feeling thankful for their warmth. I tell them about how I went to my previous home in Wales to search for clues, alone, so as not to cause any of them more trouble. I tell them about the notebook I found there and the words code realize.
Whoa!
I tell them about Lupin joining me.
Hi.
I tell them about Father's secret that lies beneath St. Paul's Cathedral. I tell them about how we learned about the revolt in London while on the train. We learned that Finnis had been behind everything. We had then rescued the Queen and agreed into a cooperative relationship with him. I tell them all of this.
Why did you have to go to that St. Paul's place?
After I'm done talking. They're all looking at me in shock. Oh, what's the matter?
Well, you went through a pretty unbelievable adventure.
Rescuing the queen from besieged castle. It's almost like a fairy tale. But we don't know how this fairy tale ends. Isn't that right, Lupin?
Lupin nods and picks up where I left off.
Yeah. Finnis currently has the upper hand. It's only a matter of time before London falls.
And if this civil war goes on, other countries may begin to take action. Attacked from both inside and out, this nation will be in quite the predicament. So that's why Victoria has called her forces together to put an end to all of this as quickly as possible.
Lupin nods to Van Helsing, confirming his statement.
The rebels won't amount to much trouble once we crush Twilight, so we're all going to cut off the head of the snake. The enemy's home base is in St. Paul's Cathedral. You're all going to assault it using the troops that Victoria's gathered. In the meantime, Adrak and I will enter St. Paul's using the confusion of the attack as cover. Then, we will bring all the secrets to light. Light.
I nod along with him. But a small part of me still has doubts. Maybe I don't want to find the truth. I'll give up on trying to cure my poison. But I also feel that something needs to change. I have to make up my mind and go for it at some point, and I suppose now is that time.
I'll say it up front that this mission is extremely dangerous. Your lives will truly be on the line. If you're not willing to face that, then stay behind.
Ellipses. Nobody moves an inch. Of course they'll stick around. I feel like I can hear them all saying that. You guys. It's reassuring, but I'm also anxious. My heart is filled with a mixture of both joy and nervousness.
Adrak, it looks like everyone's in. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I hesitate for a moment, then say...
Wow, is this gonna actually affect the route?
I mean, I'll check it.
I'm still a little mad that the... Oh wait, no. I feel vindicated in my hatred of St. Paul. His goddamn gusty, like, up temple, always flaunting it around.
Alright, so if you...
Party.
If you go into the channel point routines, you can find the grab our controller option to choose for us, but otherwise we have a D20.
The D20 says... choice 2.
Choice 2, thank you. This one?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I murders you immediately.
I'm sorry for getting all of you involved. I know that it's really my own personal issue, but thank you. I only need all of your help to keep moving forward.
I've always had my own objective. There's no need for you
Liar.
to feel sorry over it. Isaac's secret, perhaps the reason behind Finis's immortality will become clear once we find out.
There may be a clue as to how your poison can be treated as well. I'll stick with you until the end, of course.
And I'm the world's greatest engineer, as well as a warrior of love. So, does that mean?
Okay,
A warrior of what?
Huh? No, what? No.
Wait,
huh?
if he's a vampire?
No.
What?
I'm a human.
What?
Dude, Adrak, it means I would die for you, like the totally human way.
Crucifix is ready. Count me in as well. This is an unprecedented event in the history of mankind. I shall do my best to help, even if it means if it means I can spend this unique experience with you all.
Lastly, Lupin stands in front of me.
My pretty mademoiselle, for you, this gentleman thief and his gang will make the impossible possible.
He goes down on one knee and gently extends his hand.
If you would be so obliged as to accept our offer, please take my hand.
His voice and words have always made me smile. I know very well that these theatrical acts of his are always filled with kindness and consideration. Even now, it feels like I'm being wrapped up in his kindness. I gently put my hand out and Lupin takes it. He smiles and lightly kisses at the back of my hand. Midnight. I leave my room and go out into the streets to look up at the sky in a daze. All of London is currently at war, and yet the sky above us remains as calm as always. But it probably won't be long before Victoria commands an all-out assault on St. Paul's. And that will also be the moment I find out about my secret. I want to get rid of this poison. I want to be human, not a monster. Although a part of me feels this way, I don't want to know. I want to run away. Another part of me feels differently.
Stargazing.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear a voice from behind. Saint Germain stands there smiling. Oh, you! Hi! I couldn't sleep. I'm not looking at the stars, just looking.
I see. I understand that you may feel unsettled, considering what is about to take place. Emotional balance is important.
What are you doing here?
Hmm.
Saint Germain hesitates and looks over at me. His smile seems somewhat melancholic, although I don't know why.
I was looking for you, Miss Adrak.
Me? Oh, why?
It's time you learn how to make a sandwich. For your own purposes, not for the weird shit that correlated with that word.
I stiffen slightly, thinking about the mission might already be about to begin.
You can't put mayonnaise on the outside.
What? But that's where it goes, right?
Don't worry, it's a bit of Satan humor. You can relax. There's just someone I'd like you to meet.
You want me to meet somebody? I wonder who it is. I have no idea who he might be bringing in at this moment. I sense that he's debating something.
Shall we take a walk? It would be nice if you could bear with me for just a little while.
I agree to his suggestion and we begin walking.
I am the ghost of runs past.
What? As soon as we begin walking, I notice something. And also, Saint Germain just starts talking about something really weird. I feel like the way Saint Germain walks and the way his footsteps sound seems to strangely lack his usual elegance. What's the matter, Saint Germain? Is something bothering you? You've been talking about that for a while now. I can't help but ask him, but Saint Germain lets out a small sigh.
Are you able to read people's minds?
It's not that. I was just a little worried. If you don't want to tell me, that's fine.
It's true, my heart is restless for
What?
the first time in a long, long
Because
while.
then you're out.
It is now.
Oh, why now then?
It's a boss rush,
Oh.
babe. It's your fault.
What? Saint Germain grimaces and continues.
And it's also likely due to all of the others I've been surrounding myself with.
What the fuck?
Now come into this dark alley.
Okay. He slowly begins walking again as he speaks to me.
Long ago, man was vanished from paradise. God deemed us unworthy of his grace.
I'm not joining your church, Saint Germain. I'm sorry.
No, I'm teaching you this.
What is this all about?
Basically, it is called Divinity Original Sin.
Oh my god, what the hell?
Then,
Whoa.
we humans have continued to seek forgiveness.
Forgiveness from that studio?
Larian Studios.
The Larian
created
Studios.
certain things you can do in a new game. Yes, so that he may someday forgive our sinful souls, living each day, hoping for God's mercy. That is the history of humanity.
I don't really understand, but will God forgive us someday?
Yeah, I suppose so. Only God really knows.
From the hit anime Haruhi Suzumiya?
Saint Germain smiles and continues.
Weeb.
We must move forward on the correct path if we are to achieve salvation.
Salvation? Correct path?
The right route. My route.
What?
Yes, the correct path of history. But humans are weak and make mistakes.
Like choosing another person? What?
There is a devil living in our hearts, always tempting us forward.
You Christian
towards
fuck.
mistakes.
Get out of here.
That's why there must be someone to match human history and correct these errors.
Saint Germain's tone is very serious. What is he trying to tell me?
Seriously, it got really messy when I had to go to Midgard to do such things.
Saint Germain? What are you talking about?
Remake. Since ancient times, there has been an organization in this world that has been overseeing history from the shadows. They are called Idea. They prevent mankind from making mistakes by a variety of means so that we can achieve our correct fate. I am the one of the apostles of Idea.
Oh my god, I had no idea.
What?
Oh shit, you know
What?
of Idea as well, I see.
Whoa! It all sounds like some sort of joke, but Saint Germain is completely serious as he tells me about it. He is more serious than he's ever been in all our time together.
You've been more serious than I stabbed your brother.
What? That alone is more than enough for me to know that what he's saying now is not a joke or a lie.
Idea is currently very interested in your existence.
Why? Me? Saint Germain stops.
Yes. Idea believes that you are a mistake that must be removed.
Before I could ask him what he
What?
means by that, I notice a tense expression on his face. He's looking ahead at an elderly woman seated in a wheelchair and another woman wearing a full suit of plate armor. The moonlight shines down upon them. The elderly woman has a kind smile in contrast to the blank expression on the armored woman's face. There had been no one there a second ago.
It seems that Saint Germain has gone ahead and told you most of it. I feel like you've stolen our thunder.
Who are you? I ask her cautiously.
It has been a long time since you've seen me. I mean, wrong route, sorry. I am Omnibus, the leader of Idea. I've come to kill you.
Really? With what weapon? Yep. You have a book? Are you gonna kill me with boring novels?
Just you wait and see.
What? Kill me? The words seem unreal to begin with, but to hear them from the mouth of a kindly old lady makes them seem even more surreal.
Isaac Beckford's daughter, and the one who is the key to initiating Code Realized. An eternal war, joining all nations, overseen by an absolute power. In order for Father to be reborn as a supreme power, he needs my spirit vessel. And, sister, your heart, he needs the heart.
Wow. Wow, I just had a flashback. This person must know about the plan Finnis spoke of. I become uneasy, knowing that she is aware of who I am, and I feel my palms grow sweaty, knees weak, arms spaghetti.
Arms spaghetti? The two of you are Isaac's cursed children. Neither of you should be allowed to exist in this world.
Well, that's rude.
This is like an annoying little bug, though, so I've come to you first. You will derail mankind from its ordained history, causing a great disaster. And that's what you siblings will do. Haha, you know, siblings. As one who guards history, I cannot simply overlook this.
As Omnibus says this, the armored woman takes a step forward. At the same time, Saint Germain steps in front of me.
What is the meaning of this?
Saint Germain simply stares quietly yet resolutely at the two newcomers.
I finally made up my mind.
You're going to protect her? Perhaps you have grown too attached to you. You know it's not your route this time.
I won't deny that. However,
See?
more than that, I want to believe.
In your route?
It's too late, though.
Even if her existence is a mistake, the path that she walks upon could not be one.
Saint Germain quickly flicks his wrist and a blade snaps out of his sleeve. The woman facing him pulls a huge sword from a scabbard on her back and takes his fighting stance.
You're saying that she is worth betraying us for?
Yes, she is, at least to me.
The atmosphere is extremely tense. I still don't quite understand the situation, and I'm about to try to reason with them when Omnibus speaks again.
Saint Germain, Guinevere, can both of you please put your weapons away? Ellipses. Oh, sorry. Thought that was me. My bad, I'm old.
So the woman's name
that was your silence. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So the woman's name is Guinevere. She obeys Omnibus's suggestion and immediately shows her sword. Seeing her react this way, I can tell that Omnibus's words are absolute to her.
My ellipses.
Saint Germain puts his blade away as well.
You two are important assets to the forces of Idea. But now that Isaac's plan is in motion, I have no intention of losing.
Then you'll allow her to go.
No. That's not what I said. I'm just going to change my approach.
Merde.
Omnibus's wheelchair begins to move on its own. She stops in front of me and offers me a small bag. What's this?
Oh, just a simple poison. If you take it, death will be comfortable.
But,
I mean, you're lying down first, because you'll drop like a fly. Otherwise.
Poison? I hesitate and look at Omnibus. You want me to kill myself with this? What is it? It looks like chocolate.
Oh my.
Doesn't it? I certainly would appreciate it if you would. But I won't force you. However, a time will come when you yourself will have need of that poison.
I mean, I do like chocolate, so...
Go ahead. Just take a big bite. If you fall into Isaac's hands, the world will be engulfed in the flames of a never-ending war. That's not very cool.
Ellipses.
Very hot, actually.
Sorry about my dad.
He's kind of an asshole.
I don't know what to do. What Omnibus says is most likely true. If Father's
It's
plan
very true.
if Father's plan requires the ha, then my death would be the most certain and least risky way to prevent it from getting into his hands.
What do you say?
I'll hang on to it. I quietly take the small bag from her and hold it in my palm. I don't even want to consider the possibility, but the chances are great that I will come to need this sometime soon.
Are you sure?
I'm just taking it. I don't need to use it. I smile at him so he doesn't worry. A new god overseeing an eternal war. It's probably better that I take the poison along with me than risk bringing something like that into the world. It'll be my final backup measure. It won't be a problem. Saint Germain stares at me for a moment, then eventually nods.
All right. If you're fine with this...
Saint Germain, the world faces an unprecedented crisis. We have need of your strength for what is to come. I'd like you to be an ally until the end.
A breeze blows through the area. I'm distracted for a moment, and in this next second, Idea has disappeared.
Miss Idrak.
Saint Germain looks at me, concerned. I'm fine. He didn't stab me at all. I look at him and smile. Thank you for protecting me and not stabbing me.
No, I wasn't able to protect you. I haven't been able to erase any of the things that I'm doing this that bring you pain.
He says with a melancholic smile. My mind wanders. As I lay in my bed in a daze, Victor was considerate enough to bring me some special sleeping goods from the mansion, so I'm free to toss and turn.
Like pillows and shit? What do you mean?
Like anti-poison pillows.
Blankets and yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Thanks to that, laying down should be a comfortable affair. And yet I can't sleep. It's probably only natural considering everything that has just transpired. Huh. In the end, after some thought, I decided to go outside once more to feel the cool night air. Man, last time I was outside, Saint Germain, showed up. Hope nobody else shows up.
The ghost of runs past.
I walk around aimlessly, then settle down in a space between two shops. There's an endless stream of steam and metallic sounds from a nearby factory. It's hard to believe that this place is currently in the middle of a war. What's that saying? The calm before the storm.
I have the
storm. I mumble to myself. Then I put a hand in my pocket and pull out the item that I put in there. The poison Omnibus gave me. It's really weird looking chocolates now that I think about it.
Looks like gumballs.
Yeah. Under the moonlight, the small bag casts a shadow upon my palm. If I take this, I will die. Ellipses. Is death really accurate when it comes to me? I waste time thinking about this pointless distinction, but I can tell I'm only trying to avoid the real issue. Even this musing is disturbed by the sudden sound of muffled explosions in the distance. The noise snaps back to the reality. Up there goes gravity.
Up there goes gravity.
Even now, as I sit here in contemplation, people are fighting and getting hurt. even losing their lives. Ellipses. Huh? That's what I noticed for the first time. My arm is trembling. My entire body is trembling, actually. I find myself fearing the reality of death that faces me. And while I am thinking about these worries, a particular thought comes to me. I'm afraid to die. My voice sounds so utterly cold and detached. It's hard to believe that it's my own. I don't fucking know which one this is.
Hey, what are you doing out here? You should stay put in your own room.
Oh.
Fuck.
Nice.
He's really good at those voices,
He's
man.
really
He is
good at impressions. I'm so lost in my own thoughts I didn't notice anyone approach me. I look up to see Lupin, who looks a little annoyed. I quickly hide the small bag that I've been holding so he doesn't notice it. Lupin! Why did you do your Van Helsing impression? And why did you come out here?
Same to you. Why did you do your Van Helsing impression? You shouldn't be out alone. Dying, I mean. That's what I meant. Because you were about to take that poison.
No.
Van Helsing died. Don't you?
No, he didn't die. He's alive, right?
So, what is it? Did something happen?
No, nothing. Everyone's alive. What?
Don't you what? Me? You look like you're about to burst into tears.
It's nothing. You're imagining things. Lupin stares at me for a moment, then mutters,
If you say so.
So fucking weird. I'm ashamed of myself for considering taking my own life so easily, thinking back on all the things Lupin's done for me. I feel another wave of self-loathing come over me. He's a wonderful man who has saved me. His kindness and sincerity are like a ray of light that shines upon everyone around him. Jeez. I really think that he's the complete opposite of me. Me, Shadow the Hedgehog. Thoughts like these cause a prickly pain in my heart.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Then, I guess, I'll just take a little break here too.
He doesn't criticize me for leaving my room. He simply sits down next to me. And I know why he would do something like this for me and what it means. I understand it perfectly. Ellipses.
Pretty sure the first word out of my mouth would criticize you for leaving your room.
No, it's fine. Right now, he's trying to console me because I looked sad. He doesn't even ask for an explanation. He's sitting close by. He's demonstrated his kindness to me any number of times now. He doesn't have to say anything at all for me to understand what his intentions are. Lupin.
Hi.
That's why. That's the very reason why. I can't help but ask him about it. Why have you done so much for me? Perhaps I'm being a little too vague as Lupin looks at me suspiciously. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't bother explaining myself. The words simply pour out of me, goaded by my emotions. My poison and my secret, they don't have anything to do with you. My hands clench into fists. I want him to understand how I feel, but I'm not able to find the right words to describe it.
Never understand.
I really don't understand. The slight sense of indignation makes my words all the more forceful. I don't understand why you would go through all you've done to help me. I don't see why you're risking your life for me. But even after I tell him everything, he simply smiles his usual smile and shrugs his shoulders.
Why am I helping you? Because I'm a hero. Isn't that good enough for you?
This causes an inexplicable anger to build up inside of me. What do you mean, hero? Is that really a good enough reason for you to get hurt? I'm desperate. Finis and Omnibus. Recalling what they told me flusters me even more. This mission can cost you your life, right? There's a chance you might die. I'm a doll, a monster. Merely a tool for the to get transformed. My existence is an insult to humanity. I shouldn't be allowed to live. Just being alive brings misfortune to those around me. I'm happy that you would save me. I'm so thankful, more than words can express, but you might die. I'm shouting now, pummeling him with all the fear that has been lying in my heart. Why would you do that for me? Why? My anger turns to sadness, trapped within my heart, unable to find release. Why? Ellipses.
I have 2 reasons.
When Lupin finally breaks the silence, his voice is soft.
The first one, you're right. This is your fight, but it's mine as well.
He looks me right in the eyes. Like he did that night long ago when he stole me away, approximately 1 year ago. I can see the moon reflecting in his eyes.
As I said before, this terrorist plot isn't completely unrelated to myself.
He continues, though he seems a little hesitant.
I got my information about this plot from my teacher.
A teacher?
Yes, the man who taught me the skills necessary to survive and the meaning of justice.
Ellipses. This is the first time it occurs to me. I don't know all that much about his past. Of course, I know how he came to be in London and how he met Impy in Saint Germain. I know nothing about his life prior to that. How did he come to decide what he wanted to stop these terrorists? And what made him become a thief in the first place?
I suppose I've never told you why I'm here right now. Why I'm so desperate.
He sighs and begins to tell me almost absent-mindedly. He looks up at the moon with a wistful look in his eye.
Wistful look. Oh, is this all me now? Oh god, I can't.
Oh no! The overlay! Shit! I think this is a good place to stop, though, just because I know the scene is long.
Yeah.
So
this scene is long as shit.
Oh, backstory.
yeah, the backstory, it's happening. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us for Code Realize again. We'll be back next week with more. Yeah, let's see.
Like
We're good.
2 more streams?
It's probably gonna be 2 more streams. Let me see how many chapters there are left.
Probably 2.
Yeah, let me see. Okay, so we are on Champion of Justice. So if we're including this chapter we're currently on, we have 3.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
wow,
it's
wow.
probably gonna be 2 more streams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking for a minute it was gonna be like everybody that you've gone on a route with would appear in the order that you did the route.
That would be funny, right? Like she keeps on
That would
trying to have a peaceful
Yeah.
night by herself, and people
That's
keep on
why-
coming up.
Oh my god.
That's why I thought it was Van Helsing, and the way that he said it, it was like very much like kind of how Van Helsing rolls.
Yeah.
He had the attitude.
Mm-hmm. Sure did. Let's see.
Key?
Key? Key? Key?
Key.
Key. Key. Key. Tonight, let's rate Coley. Coley's streaming Demonologist right now.
Wow, spooky.
Yeah, spooky game. So we're going into spooky times.
Woo.
All right, so let me set that up. Yeah, we'll be back next week for more. That's probably gonna be the second to last stream next week. So yeah, almost to the end of Code Realize.
Code Realize is ending, everyone.
It's ending
And then we'll be back to
on Shantae.
Shantae.
Oh, I missed her.
I missed her so much.
Hands you a steak.
Hands you a steak.
Oh, I missed this.
Oh my god.
But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week. Everyone say bye.
Bye.
Bye.